everyone. Let's get the chat open. Okay, here we go. If I have to if you hear, okay, just so you, okay, right off the bat, if you guys hear this sound randomly, then there's a good chance that I'm probably, I'm probably AFK or something. I probably had to get up for whatever reason, just so you guys know, get confused, like where to go. This is just a chill chat stream. I don't have anything in particular. I mean, this is pretty much me just taking a break from, hold on, let me see it. Okay. This is pretty much just me taking a break from coding. Just kind of chat with everyone, say hi. Maybe show some stuff off. There's a bunch of different things I want to do on stream, sort of. I might, like, there's, like, I know last time I did a stream, it was only like 2 people, and I was talking about this kind of thing I want to do in Unity, kind of like a mini project, kind of like make this kind of the simulation thing I had an idea for. But this is just a chill chat stream, doing, you know, whatever, you know, talking with you guys. Also, well, okay, wait, hold on a second, hold on. I don't have my screen, the screen's black right now, but I can do this. Boom, there we go. Okay, so I had this is what I was doing earlier today. I was working on the AI for our game, for Below the Stone, and I was have some coffee here. So there's this new thing we got, and some of you may have heard of it and seen it. It's this thing called behavior. Is that what it's called? Yeah, behavior designer, and it's a really interesting approach to doing AI in a game. You can do your AI in like code, obviously, and you can, you know, but like what this does is it allows you to kind of structure the decision-making process that an AI creature might do or something like that. So I made a GIF and I put on Twitter as well. Well, I put it on Twitter, but that was through the Below the Stone Twitter. But you can see here, it's actually quite interesting. I'm still learning how to use it. This is not Below the Stone. This is just a test project. But you can see, basically I made it so that the green thing, the green circle, will chase after the red square. And what happens is the yellow is like the view area, and so when the red square gets in the view area, it chases. But then if the red square goes out of the chase zone, there's going to be like a kind of like a forgetfulness timer, if you want to call it that. It's kind of interesting. So what happens is, if the square happens to get out of the zone, then there's like a 2-second, I can change it to whatever, but it's like a 2-second timer after it leaves the zone, when the green guy will go, what was I chasing? And then it'll just kind of go into this other sequence where it'll just start wandering and whatever. So like right here, oh, I didn't want to do that. This is like wandering piece right here. So if this whole thing is green, then he's wandering. This is him, you know, chasing after the thing. And then this piece is the part where it goes, okay, you know, am I seeing something? And if I'm seeing something, then you chase. Otherwise, you know, if there's nothing there, or if there was something there, but there no longer isn't anything, yada yada, then do that little 2-second delay or whatever. So I'm still learning this. It's quite interesting. As I've been working with this, it kind of feels like visual programming almost, because it feels like you could basically maybe code anything with this, but it's specifically designed for AI. And it's like a lot of times when you do AI, it's like, if you get into it, you might think, oh, I need to use state machines, which is a different type of thing than what this is. This is what's called a behavior tree, because it has like this kind of branching tree structure, which is a lot different from a finite state machine, because it's like finite state machine, it's like this kind of like weird, you know, spider web mass, and here it's more kind of organized and structured in how it functions. So yeah, coding a game in behavior designer, exactly. Exactly. Well, that would be actually very difficult. But on that note, actually, I didn't want to just talk about this the whole time. There was actually something, and this is the actual reason why I wanted to have this stream. Well, I want to chat about programming. Like if someone has a question about programming, or if anyone's here who hasn't, maybe discovered us through YouTube, through the algorithm, or if any of you came here because the name of the stream is chatting about programming, which is what I want it to be about. But I just want to start off by like kind of saying, hey, this is what I've been doing with the game. But I like talking about programming, and I know there's not a lot, there's not a lot of programmers that I don't think like talking about programming, or at least they do, but it's like meh. Where me, I'm like, I love talking about programming or whatever, or maybe trying to help people get over road bumps and things like that. But what I wanted to do today is, hold on, I found this thing, and some have probably discovered this before, but it's actually kind of cool. It's this thing, and it's not, I would call it a programming language. I don't know, some people would probably go, that's not a programming language, but I would say it is necessarily, because, well, a Wikipedia page described it as such. But I've been starting to think, okay, yeah, a programming language is just something that allows you to work with a computer, and so that term can be stretched to other things, I suppose. And I know in the past, when I've talked to people, I give a lot of flack to like visual programming, and the reason why is because if you really want to have full creativity, you need to get down into like the code, to like typing like, working in like C# or C++ or things like that, because those are going to give you the most control and the most ability to kind of create multiple layers of logic that kind of depends on itself and allows you to do a lot of great things. But let me get to my point. I discovered, oh man, I'm never going to give you up is pinned. You saw, okay. I knew someone was going to see that. Anyway, let's. This is the website. It's obviously for kids, but I think it's really cool. So if you guys want to get me to code something in this, I'll do it. Or if you guys even want to check it out, let me post this link in the chat. Is the audio's jittery? Is it just me or the audio jittery? I'm not sure. The stream's current bitrate is lower than the recommended. Maybe. Looks like Scratch. Stream compression. Oh dear. Hold on. Well, it's not cool because I'm like, what's going on here? I can't tell. I don't want to. Hold on. I'll mute myself. Hold on. Well, it's not cool because I'm like, what's going on here? I can't tell. I don't want to. Hold on. I'll mute myself. Hold on. Well, I don't want to. Hold on. I'll mute myself. I don't know. Does it sound any better? Sure. Maybe I should adjust. I'm not going to do it now, but maybe I should adjust my audio bitrate, I suppose. What? What do you mean Scratch? What are you talking about? For this? Is it because of my dark theme plugin? Is that? Or are you? Hey Pine. I should have said it. Oh, this is overwhelming. It said viewers 10, and I'm like flustered. Like, okay, what do I do? What do I do? It's just a chill stream. The dashboard is telling me warning, and I'm like, stream health. Okay. Even Pineapple sees it. Okay, maybe let me see if there's something I can do. What was it? Oh, let me go back to this. Hold on. I'm gonna try to fix the audio. I never turned this on. um. Okay, I changed something. I don't know if that's gonna cause the stream to crash or something, but I changed some sort of bit rate because YouTube keeps telling me my bit rate is low. So I don't know if that fixed it. I'll be waiting to see if you guys, if I sound any better. I tried to listen to myself through the preview, and it was like, you're fine. It was, well, it sounded fine, but hold on, I'll mute myself again and see how it sounds. YouTube keeps telling me my bit rate is low, so I don't know if that fixed it. I'll be waiting to see if you guys, if I sound any better. I tried to listen to myself through the preview, and it was like, you're fine. It was, well, it sounded fine, but hold on, I'll mute myself again and see how it sounds. Does it like it's scuffled, but it's only like every 2 seconds it'll like sound like it makes a weird noise. I'm guessing, I don't know. I saw CPUP was saying something about Scratch, which I've never. Okay, let me turn this off. So, let's see here. Oh, jeez. Okay. So this is it's a programming language called Snap, and I've never heard of a. CPUP was saying something about Snap looks like Scratch. Okay, that's what he was saying. I've never worked with Scratch. I'll have to. Oh, well, it's probably very related. They're probably very, very related. Because this is. Interesting. Now, I'll tell you this much. Snap is probably a lot more. Interesting. That's bizarre. Okay. You cut out for a very short amount of time to the point where you're still understandable, but it's noticeable. Error. No, are you kidding me? Well, hey, I'm not. You're Pineapple. Oh my god. Open. YouTube is not receiving enough video to maintain smooth streaming. As such, viewers will experience buffering. Okay. Is it because... Okay, you know what? Hold on. Bear with me, guys. It's gonna go black for a second here. You guys can still hear me. Because I'm like, okay, let's not... Steam isn't downloading anything. So that's an issue. But yeah, I know, like, I knew that there were other, like, programs before where, like, snap things together, like a very visual programming system where you can kind of, like, connect Lego-ish pieces together and make them do things. And, like, I just know they exist. But what's interesting is this website is basically the same thing as Scratch, essentially. I wouldn't be surprised if the code is the same. It's just that uh, these people that made it, because it's someone at, I guess, someone at a university at Berkeley made, well, they put it, out there. And one of the interesting things, I mean, this isn't the whole reason why it exists, but you can actually, what's really cool is there's a drag and drop thing that allows you to execute JavaScript. So you can actually do some interesting things if you know your way around JavaScript. You can actually execute code. I'm actually gonna do that, to be honest with you, because that's really where it becomes fun. Because let me fix my. I want to donate 100,000 to Below the Stone. Well, why don't you? Why not? I don't have any money. Okay, that's understandable. That's understandable, Pineapple. Stream is healthy. Okay, now it's saying it's healthy. Okay. I don't know. I didn't do anything. So, as far as I know, I fixed it, I guess. I don't know. Just double checking here. I'm going into OBS and like, okay, how's the bit rate? How's the audio bit rate? And I change it, I increase it, and then it says, warning, YouTube, or, well, it says the service that you're using only allows a certain bit rate, audio bit rate. So I'm like, okay. But if I sound fine now, I'll just move on. I want to keep you guys entertained here for as long as I freaking possibly can. So, because that's ultimately the objective here, essentially. Snap seems to be influenced by Scratch, but it has more advanced features since Scratch is aimed towards kids. Yeah. Yeah, exactly. I mean, I discovered this. The way I discovered this was through Wikipedia, and it was what page was it? I forget. What Wikipedia page was it? Can I? I'm getting distracted by a million things right now. There we go. I'm not sure. They don't make it easy to fix these types of issues. The stream died. Oh, good God. I guess this is another stream of me testing my setup. Did I hit a... okay, I didn't hit the stop stream button. That would have been embarrassing. It's still running. Dear God. Maybe my computer isn't... Maybe my computer isn't cut out for this. Control Alt Delete. Let's see what my... It literally could just be the fact that oh, great. What was the video? Huh? Yeah, change your bitrate maybe. Perhaps you're attempting to upload more packets than your upload allows. Well, that's the thing. I had it set to it could just be because my upload rate has reached its limit, because it is, I don't have the best upload. I had it at 2,500 kilobits per second, and then at that, YouTube was like screaming at me saying to increase it. This is great. YouTube is not receiving enough video to maintain smooth streaming as such viewers are experiencing buffering. Great. At least the music was good. Should be enough. Okay, I'll change it back to that. I'll change it back to that. And I'll see what it says. And I'll see what happens. Sending. Task Manager says it's sending 3.4 megabits per second. And I don't know if that's all because of OBS. Well, Chrome is okay. I do have a lot of. Okay, there's an idea. Let me close some Chrome stuff. Let's close all the Chrome crap. Okay. Close everything. Close everything. Close everything. And then you can see a. Okay, I don't know if do I sound any better? I think you need some torches for the caves. Oh, you're right, Blue. Hold on. Let me grab a torch here. Hold on. There we go. There's a torch. Yeah, we're having a lot of unexpected technical difficulties, but you know, I guess that's just how it is. If you give it too much, what happens if you give it too much bit rate? Well, I think that's what I discovered, because I gave it 4,500 kilobits per second, and then YouTube was like, it started throwing errors. Like first it said, okay, so now it says the stream is excellent. I don't know, maybe YouTube is just being bipolar today. There's a good chance that's what it is. I also, on the graph, it says my concurrent viewers now is 7, but it went down to 3. So for some reason, I don't know. And then some people said that they got thrown off the video, which is terrible. This is terrible. This is terrible. And if it's not my fault, then that's going to make me feel a lot better, because I don't want it to be my fault. I don't want to look like a failure. Okay, that was one of those clicky situations I was talking about before. Blue Goo is probably like, what just happened? It looks good to me. Okay, cool. Just, I guess, let me know. I was just showing, I mean, maybe, well, Blue Goo just got here. Oh, jeez. And I was showing off my my AI. I don't know if, I mean, Blue Goo probably saw my tweets. I thought you were a huge pineapple, not a fan. I thought you were a pineapple. Or a fan-shaped pineapple. Are you kidding me? Are you messing with me, Speedy? Are you kidding me? Yeah, we actually got it. How long did it take you to get used to it, Blue, if you can hear me right now? I wonder, are you fucking kidding me? It said excellent. It said, you guys heard me. A second ago, it said excellent. Maybe I should just like show. Like it literally says, it said excellent streaming quality. And now it says, warning, the stream's current bitrate is 2,500 kilobits per second, which is what Pineapple said I should set it to. And they're saying it's lower than the recommended bitrate. It's like, people are messing with me. Several weeks. It was so hard to understand the flow of it. Just click on it again and then it dies. It's probably our connections. Stream keeps kicking. That's weird. I wish I could fix it. Now it says it's good. Literally, I think it's not you guys. I think it's YouTube, because right when you guys started saying I got kicked off or the stream died, it said error or whatever, or it said warning, and now it says it's good. So it just keeps going up and down for some reason. I mean, it could be me for some reason. I don't know. Could be other things that are going on. Could be Discord. Every time I receive a message, it just all it takes is that little bit of bandwidth hogging for it to like completely start to destroy things. You never know. This is what happens when you have rural, not urban, rural internet. Rural. Okay. Everybody say it with me. Rural. R-U-R-A-L. Rural. I hate that word. Okay. We all need better internet. We need to share our internet a little bit better. I'm not false alarming. Okay. I guess, okay, so yeah. I want to get to that snap thing, because that thing's cool. But rural. You guys probably say it in completely different ways. It's just like rural. This is a programming stream. This is not a grammar phonetics stream. This is programming. Except programming is a type of language, so that justifies it. So never mind. It did it again. Now it's warning. Oh, well, no, wait. What? Whatever. You know what? I'm getting too obsessive over the stream thingy-majig. Just look at the chat, Andrew. Don't look at the messages that YouTube is telling you. So yeah, I really do like this thing. I'm still learning it. I got it yesterday and I was messing with it all day, trying to like make the AI do a particular thing, and I'm like, geez, this is like convoluted. And it's like, but the thing is you can, the reason why it seems convoluted is because I'm using all these different nodes. Some of them are like custom, I think, and I'm using them in a way that I don't think they were intended to be used. So when I eventually start, probably I'll do this tomorrow, honestly, but when I start to code, air quotes, code, when I start to design the AI for the Kobold, or redesigning it with this graph, I'm going to be designing my own nodes, essentially, because you can do that. Like, that's actually one of the things I really like about this. Like, you can actually this thing, I swear. Yeah. So like, say for example, can't see object, this node down here in the corner, it is a custom thingy-majig for this. Like, this is a tutorial project, this whole thing, and I kind of like messed with it and modified it a lot to kind of teach myself how to use it. But if you go here, you can say locate script, and it locates the actual script that makes this thing exist. And there's also a seek script as well. But if I double click on it and we launch it in good old Visual Studio and read the chat, yeah. Well, that's the thing. Grammar and programming, language, English and programming, they're all related because obviously, you know, your programming languages are a type of code that you use to communicate and control a computer. And the English human language is, in a more general sense, a code for conveying ideas and thoughts between people, because we can't, telepathy takes, if telepathy exists, it probably takes a lot more energy than just talking. So, you know, all that good stuff. So maybe one day in the future, though, we'll be able to, we'll have telepathy devices, and it'll be, Elon Musk will be great. He will be amazing. But you could see this was like a custom script that was made. It's made by the developers of the behavior tree thing. But I could do the same thing. I could make my own script code that inherits from this conditional class, and I can use it with the scripts I've already made. So I made a script that basically, finds all, basically, takes a circle collider that has the trigger, it's the trigger collider circle thing, and it goes, okay, what are all the objects that are inside the circle? And then basically that's kind of like how, the kobold is going to see. It's going to see all these different objects, and then I'm going to say, well, if one of those objects is the player, then chase after it. If it's not the player, then then maybe follow or move towards a random object, maybe. Or maybe there's a random chance that the kobold will just go in a random direction. So the idea is that on occasion the kobold might move towards another kobold, and so what that means is that you'll have this kind of emergent behavior, which I think is really cool, like just having these kind of emergent behaviors in code, where the kobolds kind of stay together. You don't manually code, you don't tell them to stay together, but through just the basic behavior of them occasionally moving towards each other, they will kind of stay together, essentially, in a group. And I wouldn't be surprised if pigmen in Minecraft work the same way. I wouldn't be surprised. What else was I going to say? Yeah, but then there's also like random chance that they'll just wander. So some of them might get lost, which is okay, because then there's like, it gets lost. It's natural, people get lost. It happens. 5G is telepathy. Maybe. No. The most interesting thing is conditional aborts. So it keeps reading about. Yes, exactly. I mean, that thing, like, I haven't even understood the conditional, like, I understand them now, but, like, I don't have a good, strong intuition on the conditional aborts, because I'm just like, okay, this thing, like, you look for that little special icon, like, if I run it, and there's the special icon that shows up, where it's the check mark with the circle, or whatever. Like, it's bizarre. It's like, so, there's the check mark with the circle, and the only reason why I got that to pop up is by setting this sequence to both. And, here's another thing. Here I have it. Maybe I should set this to both. I don't know. Because here it's just an X. But then it'll change to a circle. So it like kind of, I feel like I did this the wrong way. But, I still have to get to the snap thing, because that I actually enjoyed messing with the other day, that snap programming language. But I ended up doing like, okay, parallel. So the parallel node says do this and do this at the same time, so it doesn't, just to kind of get this working the way I want it to work. So I feel like this is convoluted. I don't know, but it works. I got it doing what I want it to do. So, fasto. You're right, yeah. Because I really want to do. I think that's what's really going to help with. Going to be one of the biggest parts of our game is just having different AI with different like behavior that kind of correlates with whatever the creature is. Like we might have different creatures that like we might have a ghost that is going to teleport. Maybe it might teleport occasionally or something like that, or having different creatures that have different series of attacks or stuff like that. Kind of like Enter the Gungeon. I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if Enter the Gungeon actually used this. They probably do, I bet. And that priority goes from right to right. Yes, yeah. Priority goes from right to left. Anyway, this isn't much of a conversation. This is more of a conversation. The snap programming language. It's cool. So really, like, let me show you. Like, this is like the first thing I coded in here, but it's very simple. It doesn't give you a lot of cool things to do, but it's basically like programming visual. So you can from left to right. Did I say right to left? I probably did, and I just didn't realize it. But yeah, I know. Like, I watched videos. They say like go from top to bottom, left to right, that whole jazz. So what they did, I guess whoever made this, they probably said like, like this is Scratch apparently, and it looks like, I'm starting to get deja vu moments looking at this. Like I've seen this. Well, obviously, I know I've seen it before. What the heck? Flappy Bird? No. 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 Okay. I don't know if Scratch is a web-based thing. I mean, it probably is. Anyway, what am I doing? But yeah, so if we have here, so like one of the things that I did immediately in this, in this uh, snap thing, is I made a spiral. Like that's the first thing you do, I guess. So you go, move, and then we'll do which kind of we're going to turn that way. So you move and then you turn, and then it'll do that essentially. So if you keep clicking it, it'll just keep moving that thing. And you can change this to whatever. Like you can change the visuals of the sprite. You can like change it to whatever you want. It's kind of clunky, but I like it because for one thing, this is hands down. I think if someone wants to get into programming, I will say this is the thing that is going to help people get into it. And then after they get used to this, and it starts to feel like, and then you start to ask them like, you get them to try to make things, and you ask them, you say to them, do you feel like you're doing a lot of kind of overhead work just to do something simple? And they're like, yeah. And then you introduce them to actual well, I should say actual, but like traditional programming where you're coding in like this, where it's like a whole nother beast, but it's a lot more powerful. You can do a lot more with it. But yeah, so then we'll get we'll go into the control section, and we'll do that. So we can hit the run button, and then you don't want to forget the control. So we're gonna loop. We wanna go in a circle. So we'll do it like 10 times, and we'll just snap that in there. I don't know if this works anything bit like Scratch, or like at least the interfacing, like controlling it and all that stuff. Let me check the health. It says the health, yeah. Okay. We're doing good here. You guys are probably just watching me, and I'm like, I wonder if they're still listening. But now you click the flag, and it'll do this 10 times. So it'll move and then turn 15 degrees and so on. And so if I do that, it kind of does that turn. So then if we, oh geez. How do we, I'm trying to get him to, here's what you do. I'm trying to get him to point to the right, but what you do is you go, okay, point in direction. So then you just reset. Point in direction 90, which, oh geez, what have I done? Come back. There we go. Okay, so set his position. Good. Okay. So then once you have that, you can, and you can't forget the most important part. This is actually where it comes in handy. So this is where it becomes fun. You drop the pen down, pen up, just like that. I mean, you probably don't have to do, well, actually, yeah, you do have to do pen up. You don't necessarily have to, but, so there you go. So now I can draw a semicircle, I guess. Let's see here. What could we do? If you guys want me to do something in okay, there we go. Speaking of beginner level programming interfaces and whatnot, there's a Nintendo DS game called WarioWare DIY where you got to make your own micro games. That sounds familiar. I remember I think it's pretty old. Like the game, I mean, I'm not saying that in a mean way. I'm just saying like I remember hearing about something like that a long time ago. Some WarioWare game. I never played it, but yeah. I was actually thinking, here's a crazy idea for all you guys out there. I was thinking to myself, what if someone made like something like this, like where you snap these bits together, but it's assembly. So instead of like, what is that? This is just kind of like a very simple thing. It was probably my first actual experience with any sort of programming. Oh yeah. I mean, hey, I will say this much, even though I don't want to bum you out here, but if you ever use an air conditioner, this is probably incorrect, but if you ever use an air conditioner, if you've ever used a modern, somewhat modern even, washing machine or dryer, or if you've ever used any type of electronic device where you can configure it in some way, like an alarm clock maybe, I guess you could say that you sort of programmed that. You programmed it, sort of, I guess, maybe. It's not the same type of programming, but you, in a sense, you are. You're interfacing with the machine, with the computer, with the system, whatever it is, you know. And that's what I think in general, like if you really want to take the term and kind of stretch it to its maximum, you could say that that's what programming is. You're just interfacing with a computer. But in its most glorious sense, programming is actually kind of about making programs. It's about getting the machine to do something that maybe the manufacturers didn't know it was capable of, like video games or something like that, you know. Can't make a video game on a air conditioner, can you? No, of course not. Anyway, so like for those of you who don't know, because it's not something that's required, but assembly code is like basically the lowest level type of programming language, and this is kind of an emulator, so it's not even like real assembly, but this is like kind of a simulation to kind of demonstrate what's going on. And you can see assembly, it looks like well, it is a programming language, but it's basically a human readable way of interfacing, to use that word very nicely, interfacing with what was I going to say? Interfacing with your computer, because your computer has the CPU in your computer has some basic things that it can do, and you go, well, I want to have control over those exact instructions, and that's what assembly is. It's just getting that direct control over your CPU's hardware to the most extreme degree. And this is just a simulator simulating assembly, but you can see here it looks like programming. This is an instruction. Let me zoom in. MOV is some sort of thing that your computer can do, and the C and the comma and this and whatever are basically the parameters. So it's like this is a function and these are parameters. So, and some functions have one parameter and some functions have two parameters, and some of them have special types of parameters and such and such. And so my idea was like, hey, you know, you could make an assembler. So obviously your computer can't understand assembly. Assembly needs to be taken into another program which converts it into binary, obviously. But you could do that. So with this, you could have like something where it's, you know, a bunch of things snapped together. So there could be kind of like, here you have MOVC, hello, whatever. You could have a block like this that just says MOV. And it basically is the move instruction that your computer has. And you can basically make a program in assembly, the lowest level language, and, you know, compile it and assemble it, you know, and it's completely done in visual. So it's not, you know, you're having direct control over the computer, but it's nice and visual and cool. So that honestly might be something. I don't know. Blue Goose says, well, Andrew, I gotta go to sleep, but nice hearing you talk about everything. Yeah, I like to ramble. I know Plabs likes to listen to me ramble. From scratch to assembly. Let me know if you guys want to discuss behavior tree at some point. Sure, yeah. If you're still here, I'll see you later, Blue. But yeah, I mean, I want to really get to expert level with the behavior tree stuff, because I know I'm not there yet, but I will be. See you. I'll see you, Blue. I was gonna add this as well. So we clear, so then I can draw. So here we're gonna make a spiral. What about? You weren't listening, Plabs. Weren't listening. Monkey time? I don't know. Yeah, I was just saying, plebs. I'm glad that you like to listen to me ramble because I don't think a lot of people do. Um, where is that? I'm trying to understand why people are talking about monkeys. Oh, text. Oh, Tech Stack's here. Hey, Tech Stack. I just noticed that. Real programmers have the 0 and 1 keys on the keyboard worn out. Oh my god. I think at one point I probably thought that. Like, I mean, that was probably like when I was in middle school when I didn't know a lot about programming, and I just figured all I knew was like computers run off of ones and zeros, and so I'm thinking to myself, did they just do this? Like, dear God, how do you know what that means? Little me said in middle school. It's nice to have. Cool, cool. No, oh no, you got that. No, that's you're mistaken there. Below the stone official, it's actually if you press F13, that actually fixes that. That actually fixes the lag. So I already did that. Good old Hollywood hacking. But let me do the spiral, guys. Let me do the spiral. Binary format. Sometimes binary is the way to go. Sometimes. um. Okay, let me make a spiral here, guys. Let me make a spiral. It's not too difficult. I forgot what I was doing. Let me make this 20. Okay, so not a full circle yet. Let me just repeat 60, and there we go. So it goes in a circle. Okay, that's what I was doing. Variable. So what you want to do is you want it. So right now it's turning at a constant rate. So every time it goes through this loop, it turns the turtle, as some people call it, the turtle. You can't have lag stream if there's no stream. That's an interesting way of thinking. I wish I had an F13 text. I want all the F's in F's in the chat. I fell right into that, didn't I? I didn't even mean to say that. Okay, so I want the turtle, the little arrow, to turn, but I want the turning to increase for each loop. So I'm going to create a variable. I could just do this. I was about to click this, but I could just do this. Now I was waiting for that. All the F's. I want all the F's from F1 to F99. We started off coding in Python with the turtle module. Wait, what are you talking about? Oh. Python. I got the whole, like, why I call it a turtle, because I don't think they call it a turtle on this website at all. But I got that terminology from, not from Python, but from somewhere else. So I don't know how many different places. F11. Yeah, it would be silly, but it would be awesome. What was I gonna say? Yeah, the hold on, let me actually make progress here. Come on. Oh, what am I? I'm stupid. I gotta do this the big boy programmer way. You say turn amount is equal to turn amount plus whatever you want. So I'll make it 1, and then we'll make it 10. Oh, I forgot. Turn amount. Are you kidding me? Okay, you guys. Whoa, whoa. What did I just make? What did I just make? Holy crap, what the heck is that? That looks like that fractal spiral. I forgot what it's called, the Julian spiral. Holy shit, what did I just make? Whoa. Mind blow. What the fuck is this? Art. Art. It's my favorite type of art. Okay, let's crank this up to... Oh, geez. I don't know how... Yeah. Let me crank this up to 99999. No. It's not. Interesting. Oh, whoa. What happened there? What's going on? It's spinning. It's still going. It's still going. I can stop it, I think. It's just going to keep going and going and going. I can't zoom in. There's no... Okay, let's stop it. It's just doing the same thing. I'm actually kind of curious why it's doing that. And I'm going to debug it. Let's do that. So, probably some of you heard me say this before, but you can actually run JavaScript in here. I don't know if you can do it in Scratch. Maybe in a screenshot it kind of hints at that, but I don't know, because I don't know if this Scratch thing is actually ran in. It looks like it's ran in like a standalone program, not a website. I don't know, but either way, I can run JavaScript. There you go. So one of the coolest things I can do is, and I'll have to open up a command thingy, because I don't use JavaScript that often, but you know, it is what it is. Console.log is the print command. I don't know why anyone would want the printing command, the console printing command in any language to be hard to code. Just call it print and then call it a day, all right? Don't like console log me. Just print, okay? It's people trying to decide what to log here. Just for testing. Okay, there we go. So that's the print. Copy that. There's both a web editor and app. Oh, okay. I figured. I don't know. I've never used it before, but I know I've seen it. So here I can execute JavaScript, so I'll paste that in there. And instead, I'll just say text, like that. And I'll say text. And if I click it, nothing happens, because this is just the way that this snap thing works. So what I have to do is so if it's round, so here's the thing. This is what's interesting. So if it's round, then that means you cannot execute it, I think. It needs to have the little stud and inlet thing. Excuse me. To actually do that. Where is that? I'm probably staring right at it. Or is it down here? It's called run. I know that. Control. Oh, here it is. Run with continuation. I wonder if that's like multi-threading. And they give you a nice like I don't know if I'm like constantly like comparing this to this because it's like they're so similar. It's like what's going on here? But they have some really decent documentation here. Capture command continuation. Continuations are too complicated to explain in a help screen. But they're used to invent control structures such as the catch and throw. See? I know what that means. Read the chapter read the chapter in the Snap reference manual. So it looks like they got some pretty decent documentation here. I wonder if that's... I mean, that's probably what it is. It's probably some sort of like... Or no, wait a minute. Huh. Oh well. That's not what I need. I'm getting distracted. We need the run. And I don't know what launch does. I'm getting distracted. Launch. Run another script independently of this script. Cool. So that's like multi-threading. Or no. That's not like... well, it's not necessarily multi-threading because it could be a coroutine, which isn't technically a thread. A coroutine is just like... hey, these two functions want to execute at the same time on the same thread. So not really multi-threading. So, but that's how, if you wanted to make a dotted circle, which I could do, honestly, or some sort of dotted path, you'd have one coroutine that basically goes, okay, we're gonna continuously lift the pen and drop the pen to kind of create that effect, which is actually makes sense. And then there's the call, which oddly is like this. I don't know. I really don't know what that's for, but let me move on. I know you guys are like, come on, do it. So you drop this in here, and then if I just hit run, it's actually going to execute this JavaScript, and it just printed out this, which I'm guessing is the function itself. So what we need to do is we need to provide a parameter, I think. Yeah. So you just say with inputs, and if I say hello, see what happens. There you go. Look at that. Awesome. So I can print to the console a message in here. So, and what I'm going to do actually, this is what I did before. You can also make your own functions. So I'll make a block. I wonder if I could save this so I don't have to do it every time. You command, print. Command, and then you give it an argument, which will say text. Well, yeah, text. And then basically we just, boom, that's creepy. You go from one dimension to another. Print, you run this, and you drop that into there. And I think that's it. And then there's the print. And so then I can just say hello. And if I click on this, text is not defined. What do you mean? What do you mean? What do you mean? What am I? Wait, what? Oh, okay. I'm dumb. There we go. What? Uh-oh. Something happened? How's the stream doing? Doing all right? Seems to be doing all right. Okay, so here's the print. So it does, I mean, they're stacking, but, you know, I could say, and I can click that, and it says, hello world. Okay. Cool. So, okay, so I'm going to print. What am I printing? What I wanted to print, so what's actually going on here? So the reason why I'm doing making a print command is because I wanted to see why exactly, whoa. Did I? Nah, whatever. It turns, but then it goes backwards. So that could actually be like a side effect. I don't know. So it's doing this 9,000 times. It's increasing the turn amount by 1 every time. And it's turning. So, goodbye, cruel world. Let me just put this in here, and then I'll see, like, I can drop that into there. Yeah, my console is about to scream goodbye, cruel world, with a bunch of messages. I mean, this could actually end up crashing. I don't know. Let's tone this down to 2,000, just so I'm not completely screwing myself. Huh? So these are the rotations, the turn amounts. It could be that. Oh, I think I know what's going on. Let me start over. Fuck. Clear console. I can make a command for that. So when does it? It does. So I was trying to figure out why it turns back around. Because it's not, like, when it spirals inwards, it's turning this way. It's not turning this way. So I'm trying to figure out why is it turning the other way. And the reason why it's turning the other way, and I just discovered it, because you can see here I paused it right when it's at 365. right there. So you can see what's actually happening. I don't know if this clicked for anyone else, but if the rotation, so turn amount is just kind of like the turn rate. When the turn amount is greater than 360. So let me also actually show. There's two different pieces of data. There's the actual angle of the turtle, as I'm calling it, the arrow. And what I'm doing is I'm rotating the arrow by the turn amount. So if you rotate something by 360 degrees, it's the same thing as rotating it by 0 degrees. So eventually, when the turn amount reaches close to 300, so if I say, for example, let's pop this out and let me make it, say, for example, 330. So now I'm going to be turning it by 330, which is funny. So a positive, so okay, that's very fast. Let me add a weight. You guys probably got, you probably got what I'm getting at here by now. Where's the weight function? Aha, let me search it. That's useful. So, and then we'll go, and so you can see here the turtle is rotating. I mean, it's making an octagon there, but it's rotating counterclockwise. But the rotation is 330. But if I make it 30 degrees, it rotates the other way. So basically, when your rotation gets to a certain point, the rotation that occurs is equivalent to a rotation in the other direction, effectively. So when it gets close to 360, so if I say turn 360, it does nothing. It doesn't turn at all, because 360 is the same thing as 0 degrees. And if I were to say 350, then you're going to get this. I'll make it go faster. Oh, that automatically updated. So there it returns the other way. So effectively what's happening, I mean, this is actually kind of cool that I just discovered this. All right, Dat went on. I have to go run errands now. I'm glad you enjoyed it, Dat. So, that was random. I'm glad that made the stream a little bit interesting there. Like, what the heck just happened? So, yeah, let me get rid of this. Why did I put that there? So, you can see there, the reason why it turns around is because the angle eventually surpasses 360 and it goes backwards, and then, you know, so you get this thing. What's interesting is that this actually resembles a, I don't know if anyone has seen this pattern before, but it is the, I don't know if this is what it's called, but the Julian spiral. I don't know. It's probably not going to give me anything. It's probably going to give me something bad. Okay. Sort of. I mean, looks kind of creepy. I should have typed in, this is what I should have typed in. Julian fractal. Oh. Yeah. So you have the Mandelbrot. And here it is, here it is. The Julia set, not, what did I say? Julian. The Julia. But that's when I saw that, I thought, wow, spiral. Because you can see here, it like spirals in, and then it reverses, and it goes over here. So it's a spiral. It's still running. It's crazy. And this little line here, that's just a bug that I need to fix. Another bug to fix. Spiral. But you can do a bunch of different things. Does anyone want me to do any... Does anyone want me to code anything in... Besides Minecraft in this... Okay, I'll see your tech stack. Everyone's leaving. Okay. Anyone want me to code anything in Snap? Julia spiral. Yeah. Not Julian, Julia. I better not scroll down too much. In Google Images. Looks like seashells. It's really interesting to look at. Yeah, I'll see you later, tech stack. Any suggestions? Want to do something in while I'm waiting? I'll make the function to clear. I wonder if I could. Can I save? Can I like save a custom download source? Okay, so it's open source. Okay, so all right, cool. So I could probably even use this and like make a. I can make a C compiler that this is stupid. Make a C compiler that you interface with a bunch of building blocks, which could work. Could work. You never know. Probably clunky, but you know. So can I export a block? Export blocks. Oh, I can. Okay, nice. I'll do that. That's a motorcycle. Clear console. Move this out of the way. Come on, people, think. Get me to do something in here. Challenge me. I was trying to think of you can do a lot of different things. There's arrays. I haven't used the arrays, but there are like lists and arrays and stuff. So I can actually do. I can have lists of information. That's possible. I can do almost anything, really. There's even a for each. It's one of those things. I have a pen. I can play sounds, which I'm probably not going to do. Some other interesting things. Whatever. You know? Okay, clear console. Interesting. Create a clone of. Oh, you can pause when I start as a clone. Let's see. Yes, you can. You can. I haven't done it before, but you can. There's probably a bunch of different things you can do. Oops. There you go. What have I done? Oh, crap. Fun fact, when Andrew is battling through his code, he listens to Naruto battle music. I guess. Yeah, I suppose. I suppose that's what I do. Hint, guys. There's a good chance that Mike is listening to Naruto music right now. That's why he said that. That's probably why he said that right now. What am I doing? Okay, there we go. Oh, jeez. Who the heck is this? I'm not answering that. No, I don't know that number. Don't answer it. And then they're gonna leave a voicemail. That'll be lovely. Probably. I don't know. We'll see. Scratch is calling. They want their code back. This is just some number I didn't recognize. It's like, I don't know who that is, but what am I doing? Console clear is what I want to do. So that clears the console. So I'm just gonna paste that in there and then run. It's not too elegant, but hey. So that should just do that, okay. So if I do that and I click on it, oh, okay. It does fact clear the console. So I can run this. Oh, dear God. What the heck? No, stop. Stop, stop, stop. That's hideous. And I can clear console just like that. Perfect, okay. So there's my clear console. So I'm actually going to export blocks. What does that do though? Export summary? What is this? Interesting. This is definitely something like to be used in school, like to teach programming. Like this is hands down, like literally. Like this is where you want to start people off in like middle school, either like middle school or junior high. This is how you get people into programming. You start with something very visually intuitive, and then you work your way to this. Because this looks intimidating, but once you wrap your mind around it, it's easy. But if you kind of introduce it in a much more friendly form, and then you go, here's this, and you start to explain it, and it's like, oh, I already know how to do all this stuff. It's just in a different visual format. And then, boom, there you go. So, what was I doing? Export blocks, okay. It's just an XML. Let's see what it looks like. Oops. Cool. It's just an XML file. Snap. UC Berkeley. What's this? Snap 6. Snap version 6. See where the actual there's okay, so there's the actual code. Okay. Yeah, let me just okay. So now I can very easily, now I don't have to do it every time. I'll just leave that there. So, and I can, yeah, all right. Yeah, you can have multiple sprites, but so this one, okay. So yeah, you can control multiple ones, but the thing is that I think you have to, oh, okay, here we go. I can create, so you can create your own sprites, you can paint, I guess. What's this? Only face. Oh dear. Don't rotate. Can rotate. Okay. Draggable. I think they're called costumes, but it's just the visual of the sprite. Sounds, which I'm not gonna do. Yeah, you can create spirals. What else can you do? Or you know what? How about this? Here's an idea. I can do maybe the Hilbert curve. I've never done that before. I'm probably gonna have a hard time doing it though, because it's actually, we'll see. Oh, here it's explaining. Okay, so the way that you do the Hilbert curve is, well, let's see here. Let's see if I can figure it out. So it's just up, right, down. So here it's, well, right, up, left, up, up, right, down. I wonder what the algorithm is. I want to do it though. I want to do this. I want to do the Hilbert curve because I've never done it before, and this is actually the place to do it. It's a space filling curve. Oh, okay. Okay, I see. Now, how the heck am I supposed to? So it's this shape in 4 quadrants, and then you connect them up like that. But how do you do that? Here we go. This is going to be hard. Hilbert curve, let's see. I just saw a video, I think, where someone was making it. It's fractal. Maybe in the future, this is how our screens will be rendered. Instead of a raster pattern, it'll be a Hilbert curve, which is totally possible. It's conceivable. Oh, look, here's some code. Let's see here. Applications and mapping algorithms. Oh, are you kidding me? So it is traceable. How quickly? It's not simple. The Hilbert curve is not a simple thing. It is not simple, I'll tell you that much. Let's see here. How would I do this? Interesting. It's gonna be cool once I make it. I'm gonna do some porting. Hilbert C. Some C code. Why are we rotating? Well, actually, okay, well. Dear God. Why? What the heck are you... Why are you doing IEEE? What the fuck? How long is this stream going for? Just sitting here. How long have we been running for? Does it say in OBS? I'm not sure. It's probably been well over an hour. I said I was only going to do it for an hour, though. Ah, whatever. 80 minutes. Okay, so it's not like 2 hours. It's like an hour, 20 minutes. Fortran. Fortran. Oh my god. Oh. Okay. Here's a different implementation. I mean, if I look at enough implementations, I'll realize that what's important and what isn't. Or I'll realize that it's actually extremely difficult. Or I shouldn't say difficult, but it's more complicated than I might have initially imagined. Interesting. Oh. Okay. I think that's it. Let me zoom in on this. I don't know what this is, but I'll look into that. S1, S is less than N. N is, what's N? Oh, N is just this. N is equal to, oh! I know what it is. Big brain. So N, so I4 power, I'm guessing what they're doing is they're saying, well, N is the amount of kind of times that I believe the turtle will move, essentially. So that's probably important. I4 power returns the value of I to the J. That's it? So it's just a power. Yes. IJ, the base and the power, J should be non-negative. But why is it called I4? Why are you trying to be misleading by calling it I4? Is it because IJ, K value, if J is less than 0, if I is less than 1, return oh no, not return, value is equal to 1, else if I is equal to 0, C error. Nice. Some nice C++ erroring. That's what we want. An error. Fatal error in your math. Dear God. And all it's doing is, and there's a rotation. But the rotation happens up here. So we do this. We say X, Y, we loop for n amount of times, but it seems like every time we are taking S and we are doubling it for some reason. I really don't know why. I don't know what's going on there. And then we say Rx is equal to this, Rx is equal to that, which is a, oh, that's an XOR. That's an XOR. Or why are they doing an XOR? Because this is C++, right? Yeah. That's not a power. That's an XOR. I don't think you can do an XOR. An exclusive OR. I don't think you can. No, you can't. See, this is what I mean. Oh, hold on one second. Go AFK. Okay. So it seems like I can't actually do... I cannot... that's what it seems like, at least. To do the Hilbert curve, I need to do... Which is... It seems kind of bizarre. What am I looking at? There's probably a way to do it, but it's going to take way too long for me to figure it out. This guy's has coded it. What the heck? Yes, we know. I feel like you... What the... Why? And plus, you're doing bitwise and. Wow. Why? Why? Just do it. I feel like there's some recursion that you have to do. He's using processing, of course. Well, yeah, that's his thing. So there's that POW thing. There's the power. Path. So oh, I think I know how to do it. I just saw. So, wait. I thought I just saw. Wait. So the Hilbert curve, it's a fractal pattern. I'm going crazy here. Let's back up. So the Hilbert curve consists of the same shape repeated, essentially, in different ways. So it's that shape, but you just do that shape in different places, I suppose. So there's some sort of... so it's done there. So like if you just look at this square, you have it here, 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 and here. I think. So how does, so path. What is this path? There's something in that. Oh, this is just the setup. Okay. Okay, so this is, all right.
Come on, you gotta go outside.
Dear God. Oh, he's touching binary. Uh-oh. He's using a bitwise AND operator. Oh, there you go. I mean, technically I can do bitwise AND. I technically can. I could do anything. Didn't I say just a bit ago that I could do anything? And that completely just went out the window. Fun fact, pixel art is the most advanced art form. Stop bragging, Mike. You're getting braggy. So you need bitwise and trash art, bit masking. Yeah, it wasn't. And so he's using this which is a bitwise operator, which doesn't exist in Snap. But you know, here's the thing. Here's where I'm. This is where I'm starting to lead to. This probably I can do this in Snap, but it's going to require me to make a bitwise and that's not too difficult. And the stream's getting a little bit longer than what I want it to be, so maybe what I'll do is I'll just do something very simple right now. I'll make a bitwise and function, I suppose, because I believe I can do that in JavaScript. So here's the JavaScript console. So if I were to do, I could do 5 plus 5 and 10, good stuff. I think I might go for now. I've just been lurking to support the stream, of course. Thanks for sticking here with me, Mike, and listening in. Well, I'm gonna probably end it maybe in like 10 minutes. So just want to do one more last thing because I know everyone else got bored of me and they left, which is understandable because I'm not a pro at streaming. What did I just click on? C-Pop is listening now. He's the good guy. He's the good guy. Okay, so let's make a bitwise and if it's possible. So bitwise and. So if I say 4 and 8, or let's say 5. Oh, cool! It tells me what the answer is before I even have to hit enter. So, let me make some bigger numbers, like 34 and 83. So the result of 3483 is 2, which doesn't sound like it makes any sense. But let me explain. You're like, what does that do? 34 and 83, what does that do? So I'm going to open up a programmer calculator, and I'm going to type in 34, okay, and the number 34 in binary is 0010 0010, okay? If I do a bitwise and, which looks like this in the programming calculator, and then we do 83, you'll see that we have 0101 0011. Okay, so those are the numbers in binary, And what the bitwise, that's where the term bitwise comes in. When you do a bitwise AND, you're basically comparing, you're doing basically math with the actual bits, the ones and zeros of the number. So when you say 34 and 83, you're performing an operation on the individual ones and zeros, and the way that what it actually does is it compares the bits, and it says if if the corresponding bits of the two numbers are both 1, then that corresponding bit in the result will also be 1. If they're both not 1, then the result is 0. So usually the number can be smaller or bigger. Now in this case, 34 and 83, if we hit equals, gives us 2. So what this really means is that between the number 34 and 83, the only bit that was both 1 in both of the numbers was the second bit, which gives you the number 2, essentially. So that's what that is. That's what it's all about. You don't really use it a whole lot in programming, but apparently you need it to do a Hilbert curve, apparently. Where here they're doing I and 3, and so what that does is it basically masks out all the bits so that the result is going to be, like if I were to do, say, for example, 65, which you'll see is just, I just smashed my keys. Not hard, but so you see here just 65 is 010000001. So if I were to say and 3, then what that'll do is, well, you know that there was a bit here, so it's going to mask all the bits except the first one, so the answer is going to be 1, and it is. So that's really all it does. And I'm going to basically try to port this, I suppose, to here, to this thing. I don't know how I'm going to do that, though. Actually, hold on. It might not be possible. We'll see. Operators. So this thing. So like this is an add. So I can add numbers. But the problem is that it's like it doesn't have those little pointy things. So it's an expression. Oh, that's what it means. It means it's just an expression. Let's see here. So we need a JavaScript function, and we need so we could do comparison. We could do what was I looking for? I think this is it. Yeah, this is it. So we'll just have AB. So this is our function, and we're going to return. Yep, return A and B, just like that. Cool. Now, if we go into control and we do I wonder if it's call. I think it is. I think I have to use call. And so then the parameters, the inputs, are going to be that. So what I can do is I can make a reporter. I don't know why it's called a reporter. Well, because it returns a result. Okay. I understand this very intuitively. So I'll call it bitwise and, just like that. And it's going to have 2 inputs. It's going to have an A and a B, just like that. Okay. I think that's it. Yeah. Just to check, I'm going to test here. So if I, okay, so if I say 5 and 6, okay. This is going to do what I think it's going to do. Because I say 5, 6, and it reports. It's what they call a report, and you can see it's reporting 11. So reporting is just the same thing as returning a value. So here, this will report the result of this function call, I believe. Or no, wait. So we have to do this. Okay, let me test this. So if I say 34 and 83, it gives me 2. There you go. So there we have a bitwise AND. Nice. So now I can take this, drop it into here, and then just say A, B. So there, you can really do anything in this. You can do anything. So hit apply, hit OK. Where'd it go? And then we scroll down here, bitwise AND. There you go. And we can put in whatever we want. So if we say, let's say for example, let's work with the bits manually. So if I let's say we set the first 8 bits to be 1, you get the number 255. Okay. But then if you say bitwise and then we'll say we're only going to have, let's say, these 3 bits are going to be on. So those 3 bits are the number 56. Okay. So 255 bitwise and 56 is just going to be 56, because on the first number all the bits are 1. On the second number, the only bits that are 1 are those 3, and so the only bits left on are going to be the ones that are similar between the two, essentially. And so if I hit equal sign, it's 56. So nothing special. I guess another way you can kind of look at it is if I were to alternate the bits. So like here's on, off, on, off, on, off, on, off. So here's 85 is alternating bits. And then we say bitwise and then we invert all the bits. We invert them all. So now I have 170. So 85 and 170 just gives you 0, because the corresponding bits are not 1. They're all different, in a sense. So let's see. Yeah, I'm trying to think of a good example. Like 124 and 15 gives you 12. Okay, that's a good example. So if I say 124, 15, and we run this, we click on it, it should give me 12. And there you go, it says 12 right there. If I even combine this with my print command, it'll say, boom, 12, just like that. Awesome. So we can technically, it's gonna take a bit. I'm gonna have to do a lot of kind of prerequisite coding, but what the heck is that? Is that a what? Hold on. What the heck kind of operator is that? Is that a mistype? What? Zero fill right shift. I can't believe that exists. Huh. I kind of wish they had a bit rotator, but they don't. It's kind of sad. Anyway, that's kind of crazy. I don't know. I don't think C# actually has that. I don't know. That's bizarre. Who knew? Java actually had that. But yeah, I could probably do a Hilbert curve in Snap, but it's going to be a pain in the butt. Oh. Is I don't know. CPUP, are you still there? It says 0 per. Well, I don't know. It says concurrent viewers 2. One of those is probably me. But then in the participants, it just says me. So I don't know. Oh, it popped up again. Oh, okay. You're there. It just, uh, you probably just, well, you didn't type, so it probably, like, did something weird where it just made you inactive. Okay. Yeah. I mean, I'm about to shut off the stream anyway in a second here. I can do the Hilbert curve. It's just that, I'm gonna have to code my own bitwise operators. What? What's that? Oh, that's a bottle of hand sanitizer. I think that's probably what it is. But yeah. Cool spiral though. Yeah. Anyway. Yeah, I think I'm gonna end the stream now. Because everyone's pretty much gone and I'm like, it's close to dinner time anyway, so that was nice. And thank you for stopping by, CPUP. And for anyone out there listening to the VOD, listening to the playback, I'm glad you listened this far for an hour and 47 minutes on the nose. Wow. Okay. Let's see here. Chat rate. So in the beginning, the stream health was terrible, and then now it's gotten better. I don't know what was going on there, but yeah, bumpy start. But we stuck it through. Time for belly feeding. Yeah, right. So thank you guys for listening, and anyone else out there listening to the VOD, thank you for watching the VOD. Please check out strollart.com. That is our website for a project we're working on. If you've never heard of it, if you like games where there's mining or other things like that, you can check out strollart.com and there's links to the game. The game's called Below the Stone. It's there on the screen in the top right. But you can go there. We have all our social links and all that good stuff. I felt like I was going to say something else. Not really. No. Thank you all for watching. I'll see you guys in another stream in maybe another month, probably. So